morning in Buffalo. Good gardening weather is finally moving in. If you need a little inspiration before you get started, we went to the experts to find out what they're planting this year. News 4's Lauren Hall is live at a garden center in East Amherst, finding out what's in bloom. Lauren?
Good morning, Brittany. Garden centers, they're getting really crowded. Everyone's trying to get out, get their supplies, and get things in the ground before that warm weather moves in. Now that it's finally moving in, looks like it's here to stay. We are at Batting Brothers Farm Market in East Amherst with Anna Batting, surrounded by so many colorful, beautiful flowers. Anna, talk about what's behind us, all these gorgeous colors.
Sure. So in our greenhouse surrounding us are our colorful annuals. And then outside our greenhouse is all of our beautiful perennials.
So many wonderful flowers to look at. Certainly will give you some inspiration if you're looking for some this time of year as you get your gardens ready. Number one question people want to know right now is it safe to plant for the summer?
Sure, and it depends, Lauren. So perennials, all of our perennials are hardened off. They've been outside. They can go outside now and handle the cold weather. Tender annuals, you'd have to watch Mike on Channel 4 and see what the weather holds. And if we get a little frosty, you're going to have to cover those annuals.
And he's always so good about reminding everyone when it is a night that you're going to have to do that. In front of us, another question people always want to know is, will the deer be interested in noshing on what I'm planting in the ground right now? In front of these are things, in front of us right now, these are things that deer will not be interested in.
Correct. So deer-resistant perennials specifically are anything that are fragrant. So think your herbs, perennial geranium, lavender, anything fuzzy. So anything fuzzy texture like lamb's ear, brunera is a great hosta alternative. And then anything fine like your silver mound or also your silver drift. Those are all plants that are more deer resistant.
Any other just jumpstart tips that you have for people when they walk in the door? They say, you know, I have this outdoor space this year. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. What should I do to get started?
Sure. Our favorite thing to do is to take one of our beautiful hanging baskets and either sink it in the ground for instant landscape impact or put it into your container, and it'll give you that instant wow of color that you're looking for.
All right, coming up in about half an hour right here on the CW23, we are going to delve into the edible portion of everything they have here at Batting Brothers Farm Markets in East Amherst. Thank you so much for these tips this morning, Anna. For now, reporting live, Lauren Hall, News 4 Wake Up.
Can't wait. Thank you, Lauren. Those Western New Yorkers are stocking up on everything they need to make their gardens bloom this year. News 4's Lauren Hall is bringing us some inspiration from a greenhouse in East Amherst. Lauren?
Good morning, Brittany. Hoping to bring you a little inspiration here from Batting Brothers Farm Markets in East Amherst. We're with Mike Batting right now in the custom planting station, and we're going to focus in on edibles, Mike, right? So I have my gardening gloves on. What are we going to be potting in this planter?
So we're making up an herb planter right here. You've got 3 different plants that we're going to put in. Your basil, typical, classic, great herb, works really well for cooking. A lot of people will plant herb plants just for their cooking use, but you can also use them for aesthetics. So we've got a tricolor sage here. You can use it for cooking, but it also gives a really nice look because it's got a variegated leaf. And then we've got a lavender, great aroma, really nice purple flower that comes up. So
and they can all grow in the same pot?
Absolutely, yep. So they'll all grow together. Another one we have that's really popular is mint. So great in summer drinks. It's an excellent plant to grow. Very aggressive. So that one we wouldn't recommend putting in a pot with other plants. You can put it in on its own or put it in the ground, and it works really, really well.
Now, if you're just going to grow that on its own, what size pot would be good?
Like a 10-inch pot would be perfect for it. As long as it's nice and deep, you can fill it with soil, and it will fill out the entire thing.
All right, so let's plant our ones that can party together, all together.
Sounds great. So first we've got our bowl started already with some topsoil. It's a really rich organic mix. It's got a lot of nutrients in it. That's going to be in the bottom, so when the roots get down there, they give it a little bit of extra boost.
It's important what soil you use.
Absolutely. So what we're actually going to plant in is our own custom mix. This is a peat. It's got perlite, vermiculite. It's really light and fluffy. That's really important when you're planting anything in a container. You want it nice and light. Those young roots, when you first plant them, need something easy to move through, and this is perfect for that.
I have the gloves on, so I have to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, go ahead. You can plant. Here, I'll give you this one. Perfect. You can put that in there. Okay, that's your basil.
Just kind of.
Yep, set it in there, and then we'll fill around it with your prime grow.
Okay.
Put this in like that. All right.
It smells really good. Of course,
Doesn't
it
it?
looks great in here
Yeah.
with all the colors and the sunlight coming through the greenhouse, but it smells so good too.
Well, and I tell you what, it's very rewarding to grow your own herbs because then you can use them to cook with, and it's just really, really nice to have. Anyone who doesn't have a lot of space to garden, you can grow these in containers, which is very convenient. As long as you have a sunny place and you keep up with watering it, they're perfect.
Great tip, especially this time of year when you see that sunlight, you just want to do something with it and in it. So this is our little mini herb garden then.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can just, like I said, put it in the sun, keep it watered, keep it happy, and you can use it all summer long.
How many times a day should someone water something like this?
Really, once a day in the morning is best. Just watch the weather. If you're going to have it outside and we get really heavy rains, then you might not need to water it, but once a day in the morning is perfect.
Mike, thank you so much for this advice.
You're welcome.
It's so informative this morning. We are live at Batting Brothers Farm Markets in East Amherst. Reporting live, Lauren Hall, News 4 Wake Up.
Thank you, Lauren. Great tips this morning.